just about to enter the Back to the Future panel where Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, Lea Thompson, and Thomas Wilson are going to be in the Chapman Theater. So we can't wait to see what kind of stories they share with us. And I'm going to attempt to record the whole thing if they let us. Hopefully they'll let us record it all, and then we'll upload it. So yeah, we're going to head in.
Christopher Lloyd, Lea Thompson, and Michael J. Fox! Okay, apparently they want you guys to be a little bit louder. So one more time for Back to the Future! Picture time, picture first. Everyone smile. Cheese. There we go. Hi guys, welcome to Orlando. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for doing this panel. We're so excited. Let's get right to some questions. And then we also have some fan-submitted questions from our friends in the audience. So, we want to know, in addition to the DeLorean, what are some of your favorite inventions or technology that were used in any of the films? Thank you, Tom.
Well, I think the TV with a bunch of TVs inside of it was kind of the best guess they had. The flying car didn't work out so well so far. But,
So far.
You know, that TV and the TV and Back to the Future 2, that's real.
TV and a TV.
Yeah, you know, like all the stations at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I did stuff that became stuff.
Yeah.
I think the fact that everybody has things like in Back to the Future 2, when they had all the gizmos and you could do 9 things at once. We do all that. We do 100 things at once now. that looks like the giant fax machine and I mean, that's just that we went way past that. It's amazing.
I think Back to the Future is the beginning of the gizmo judging. You know, where the future happens and everyone says, "There aren't flying cars, Tom. They're not flying." It was just a movie. We were talking about the future, you know. It wasn't. We weren't making actual projections. You know? Who would believe the Cubs? These microphones. I feel like a football coach. I'm glad our defense performed well. Got some dedicated kids coming in, looking forward to next season.
Super Bowl predictions? No.
Not so we did.
Favorite invention?
I'm still thinking. I'll be back.
We're going to circle back. If you guys could time travel to any era or historical event, where would you guys like to time travel to?
Oh, gosh, there's so many of those. I'm thinking.
I'd go back and see your play that I missed.
What was the play?
King Lear.
King Lear. Okay. I will go back to see him in King Lear, which I missed and I still regret.
Aww.
He's a genius.
Hey, Can I say, just you running the questions back, Chris reminded me, I want to thank this one. There's a gentleman. Can't see. The person doing the sign language. Thank you. Carry on.
What's your answer? Where would you go?
I would go.
Yeah.
I would go I would go to December 25th, 0000. To see cows and the donkeys. You know, see if the little drummer boy could actually play the thing, you know. I think in pop culture, as a musician, I would like to go back to the Cavern Club in Liverpool and see the Beatles perform in this apparently closed, dank place where something unbelievably exciting was happening artistically. You know, something new, and just everyone was like, wow! And now we've accepted it so much into our culture, but it really revolutionized music until now, 2024, and people are still going, man, I mean, I wanna hold your hand, it's good! So maybe that, and, you know?
It's actually amazing because we get asked this question, or I get asked this question all the time, and I still don't have a very good answer. I mean, it's crazy. We get asked this all the time.
I was thinking
That
about
was a good answer.
Sorry. There you go.
I'm done.
I was thinking about, I did a TV movie with Woody Allen, and he was, one of the crew was sitting around a bowl of peanuts, and eating this bowl of peanuts. And we were talking about time travel. And Woody kind of came up and heard what we were talking about. And we turned and said, Woody, if you go into any time other than now, where would you go? And he said, no time before the invention of penicillin. Such a great Woody Allen. So I'm all for that. Anytime after the invention of penicillin.
Christopher?
I'm thinking.
Obviously, we're here at MEGACON, and I'm just curious, where's been some of the most unique or unusual places that you guys have been recognized?
He's thinking.
We'll circle back.
The men's room.
Really? That's my question.
I told you never to mention that. You know? I got off the plane in Hong Kong, made it through Chinese customs, and a man was literally pulling a rickshaw. I don't mean to be culturally insensitive, I truly, but he's pulling the rickshaw by me, dropped the bars of the rickshaw, and just went, "Back to the future!" So, man, that thing gets around. Wow.
Well, okay, I remember something. I was taking a bicycle trip across the country, literally from Oceanside or somewhere to Nova Scotia. And I was going across the desert, and it was hot. I was very aware about, running out of water. There were signs like, why are you doing this?
Okay, so good looking.
Oh, okay. And so I'm going across, and there was like a trestle going across between the sand dunes, and got off the bike, and went down below, and lit up, just in the shade, catching my breath, and I hear a vehicle cross the bridge and slow down and stop. And my bicycle and everything I, possessed is up there, and a few moments later, this guy leans over the edge of the bridge, looks down, and he sees me. He looks at me, and he goes, "Reverend Jim." There's no follow-up on that.
Michael, any unique places that you've been recognized?
See, I get recognized everywhere. So, People say I'm Matthew Broderick. It's weird. It's so strange. That when you said that, I don't know what it's like not to be recognized. It's kind of weird. Like I just assume, and it's terrible. I don't mean this to be arrogant. I just assume people know who I am. and they do, and it's really weird. And what's really great is when they're not impressed. Like, oh, Mike, yeah, just go back. Back line. No kidding. So, but it's weird. I've been well known for like 40 years. It's really weird. Because I'm 38 years old. But it's weird. And I gotta say that, like, mention not to suck up, but it's really been one of the great things in my life that all you folks know who I am, and I thought I know who you are, and we have this great communication that is like just reinforced today. Just to be with you and see you all and have you. When I first I was asked to do one of these things years ago, and I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool because I'll do it and I'll get to show up for people that show up for me and say hello to you and all that stuff. And then I realized I wasn't doing it for you. I'm doing it for me because you guys give me so much. And in my life, all the blessings in my life come from you, and I appreciate it and I'm willing to get that out. Except the guy with the Marty McFly vest that was annoyed me, but all the rest are great.
LAX Customs once. LAX Customs with all the 747s coming out, and just hundreds and hundreds of people, and I'm in line behind hundreds of people with my passport out, and the officer, the customs officer, U.S. Customs, points at me. Now sometimes I get taken for, extra screening or something, so I don't think what you think I think. I'm thinking, oh, no. They're going to take me to the room and the whole thing. And so I'm like, excuse me, pardon me. I finally get to the front. And he says, did you fly a DeLorean to get back here? Come on, man. I have my passport. So sometimes my face doesn't need a passport.
What a perk. I wanted to ask, since we are in Orlando and we're in the land of theme parks, a little bit about the Back to the Future ride. Yeah. Amazing. Can you guys tell us a little bit about filming, the additional footage going on?
Yeah, I used to take the ride a lot. One day I was at Universal, I think I rode it 4 times consecutively. I didn't feel that well after. It was an interesting experience. Makes you think.
But they did. Douglas Trumbull, who is passed on now, but he did all of the special effects for 2001: A Space Odyssey. Optical, like cinema effects, not computer graphics or anything. An amazing, amazing artist in that kind of design. So he designed the Back to the Future ride. And they were building it in Massachusetts. Anyway, they built the ride. But the ride, when they first opened the ride, it was too powerful. You were jerking so much, it was far too much of a flight simulator, and people were having problems. So I remember, you were there with, the thing that was with the ride, with Chris, with me, people would call, Universal would call, say, Tom, we've got some, special needs kids, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Starlight Foundation. Could you come and take the ride with some kids? And of course, of course. So I lived close to the park, so you come down to the park, you do the ride. And I do the ride about 3 times, and you're just like, I am not well. So I get off the third time and I think, I have to stop, I have to stop. Tom, this is Mikey, he missed the bus. So I'm going on this ride with the kid. Dear God, please don't let me throw up on a special needs kid. And I kept it together, just barely. But that was about it. For the Back to the Future ride, I would say, I'll give the kid $1,000. How about that? So, but it's a great ride. I mean, it's a great ride. It was a great ride. They changed it to an, what is it now? The Simpsons. Look, we all know that Simpsons stuff isn't going anywhere.
All right.
But it's Simpsons now, but it was far. Do you guys, if I could talk to you just a second about the ride, which was incredible, the Deadlift Trumbull thing. So I see the models that they built for Hill Valley, that they're going to, it's not computer graphics, they're going to have to run a camera through this model that they built of Hill Valley. So all of the lines, all of the buildings are curved. Like they're lamp posts, and they have a curvature to them, and everything. It's a very unusual looking model of the city. Right? Well, why is everything curved like that? And well, that's Tom, because it's a dome, and we're going to be projecting the film into a dome, so that we've factored in the dome so that all of these curved lines will appear straight. Like they had smart people who were good at math figure these things out. Amazing.
Great. So we actually have some fan-submitted videos from some of their favorite scenes from the films. So we're going to play those videos, and we just want to get some of your commentary or notes on these films. So should we roll the first one? All right, let's do it. Yes.
Future cast, I'm Colin, I'm from Miramar, Florida, and my favorite Back to the Future moment is the scene at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, right before George kisses Lorraine for the very first time. Marty's fading out of existence, he doesn't know whether his dad's going to do it. The music is great, the acting is incredible, great performances from Michael J. Fox, Lea Thompson, and Crispin Glover. It's just amazing. Thank you for such an incredible movie that'll last the test of time.
If I may, Colin didn't mention me at all, so. Come on, talk to them.
That was an amazing scene. It was really magical, kind of creating. Remember, like walking into those scenes, and all of a sudden you were in the 50s. It was so crazy. It was like when they kept converting the courthouse square to different times. It's so magical to be part of something like that, with the cars and the costumes and all the extras, and that particular scene was so perfectly crafted by Bob Zemeckis. I'm a director, so I've grown more and more to appreciate the precision that he used to make that movie, and the music, how powerful the music is, because there's a musical now. Of course, nobody portrays us as well as we did. Just kidding. They're wonderful. But those moments are so wonderful to see with an audience. Again, that moment is so powerful. And they use the same, music and everything, and it still means a lot to people, those moments. He didn't really ask us a question, so I'm just talking.
Also, he brought up, and I bring it up also, I always bring up Crispin, because he was so brilliant.
Yeah.
So I always have to mention Crispin, and he's brilliant for that. But when we first auditioned together, we were paired together as they paired up Bob and this guy and that guy, and a couple pairs, and Tom, this is Crispin Glover, and we meet, and we went outside, worked on the scene, and halfway through, I thought, well, I don't know if I'm doing this Biff thing, but if they don't hire this guy, they're out of their minds, man. It was, it made it took the level of the scenes to magic with what he was doing.
Well, he was such a nerd, and that's like a great kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that is an extraordinary
And
kiss.
still, to my children, I'll point to my wife when we're headed out and say, yes, I'm going out with her.
And of course, the incredible guitar playing by Mr. Fox.
I can't hear a word you guys are saying, so I'm if I don't jump in, it's not that I'm not interested or I don't care. I have nothing to say. I just hear what you're saying. But I want to go back to one thing if I can, because you were talking about the ride. The ride was really cool because the ride was at Universal Studios. We were shooting part 2. They had the ride up, I think, or something. Because I would go down to the thing and I'd go in the back door, and there was this, like, what the ride was basically a rocking chair in front of a big screen TV. that was as advanced as technology was, because you just have this chair. And I thought, this is it? And it was really cool. Yeah, I'll be home in a second. Anyway, but the thing that was really cool is I go down and I found in the rafters of the ride, and I looked down and there's like 40 little vestibules or little things where people are on rocking chairs, TV sets, and I just sit and watch it for hours and was fascinated by it. But I love that I had that access to it. But there's one more thing I was going to say about that. I'm not going to think of it. Oh no, this is the other thing. It was not really related to that, but another thing about it, just a little side thing about shooting at Universal Studios. We were shooting at Universal Studios, we were doing our scenes, and the trams were coming through. Everything was shut down, and the trams were on. And I was King Kong and Alaska, and Ben and her and here, and all that stuff, and we'd have to shut down. And so Bob got really pissed off. And went, "Can I say that pissed off?" And I gotcha. And we went to the office at Universal. We said, "We're shooting a movie, and you keep shutting us down because of these trams." And they kind of laughed and they said, "Bob, those trams make more money in a month than your movie will ever make." So Bob went, "Oh, okay." And then we did this thing where we remember we go out and we hijacked the trams. And go out and maybe go, Michael Fox. Yes. And then we just hang out and screw them up. But it was a really weird time. It was like magical to be, if you sit and you daydream about what it's like to be in a big movie on a big lot in Hollywood, and what that's like, it's really cool. It's everything you think it is, and we're really blessed to be in that position, to do that, and for all the movie has meant to other people, and how it's resonated through time. That time that we had making it, I don't know about you guys, but it was just the most magical time of my life. It was amazing. You just stop, pinch yourself and say, "Wow, I'm really doing this." Enough.
Got a little bit comedic timing.
All right, here's the second video.
Back to the Future fans, my name is Cora Price, and today's actually my birthday. I just turned 12, and I live in this really cool out-of-this-world place called Orlando, Florida. My favorite Back to the Future movie was definitely got to be the second one, because I thought it was really cool how Marty McFly knew how to ride the skateboard, but when he went into the future, he rode on the hoverboard, and it was just like natural. But even though it was in the future, he still knew how to do it, so I just thought that was really cool and really futuristic. Anyway, thank you, bye!
So I guess the question is, memories of the hoverboard.
was my wife was pregnant, and I was on this thing, this like gizmo cherry picker. The like I said, we didn't really have a movie, sorry.
It's a movie!
This was stapled to my feet, and I had wires and harnesses on my pelvis, and fingering at the back of my jacket, and hanging from a cherry picker. So I'm hanging there, and I got a beeper on if my wife calls and goes in labor. And it's like, she was in labor, what am I going to do? I'm trying to swim back and forth with her. I was swimming back and forth. And so that was my big memory was like how much pain was involved in doing that, because I was hanging from like wires coming off my arm, and it was just insane. And but it turned out looking pretty cool. And my wife had my son, and he's now 34 years old. That's crazy. My 20-year-old twins getting married next month.
Congratulations!
My oldest one is in college, and is much smarter than I was. That's good. It's good life.
All of the hoverboards, you know, the flying hoverboards, and they had actual hoverboards with like piano wire going from the rear of the hoverboard, at the front of the hoverboard, and coming through our harness to go up to this crane. So they made the hoverboards of a certain size, they made all the piano wires of a certain size that fit everyone. Everyone fit inside the wires and could fly up. So we went out to a ranch to rehearse on the hoverboards and see, and lifted it up. So they lift us up on the hoverboard. Well, I get on my hoverboard, and the wires come right at my chest. So they start spinning us around to fly, and everyone's like, ho ho, this is fun! And I'm just going, So I'm telling you, there's a shot where we're swinging toward the camera, and I'm gripping in the front, and I'm doing that grimace thing because I am really like, like nice purple lines. Even in the rehearsals out at the ranch, I said, I can't do it. Can you move the wires and the hoverboard? You know, stuntmen. Nope.
All right, here's the next video.
Hi, my name is Jackson Becker. I'm from Lake Mary, Florida. My favorite scene in Back to the Future is when Doc and Marty are in the garage testing if the lightning will be enough to power the 1.21 gigawatts. So Marty winds up the car and it starts going. It goes into the paint, which catches fire, and Doc makes this great face.
Who is she?
Can you tell us about the scene, and maybe did you have to practice making that face in a mirror?
No, I think that was a one-take deal. Third, fourth, fifth take, I don't know which, but I had no idea I was going to be sitting here today. I would see that.
But we appreciate it. All right, we have one final video.
Okay. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
About Chris and that scene. And Chris, look, there's a thing we say in show business about what we call laying pipe, which is exposition, which is like saying, like getting the exposition out, saying this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. And it's like a way of telling the audience what's going to happen, and it saves you having to show all that stuff. But the laying pipe is a thankless thing. No one wants to lay pipe. No one wants to do the exposition. It's boring and it's a drag. But every once in a while, a genius is born who can lay pipe better than anyone in the world and make it entertaining and to tell you that stuff you need to know, tell you in a way that it's more exciting than the actual thing. He's so good at it, and the world's greatest player of tennis. All the rules, like you go to 88, you do all that. He put it out there, and you remembered it because it was so brilliant. Like you say 88, and then it was good because you laid it all out there, and then the thing would blow up. And I just memorized all this stuff. The guy didn't know what he's talking about. But really, truly, Chris is a genius expedition. He's just the best in the world, and it was an honor learning from him.
To have a movie, to say in the middle of the movie, have the writers think, we gotta get a chalkboard and have him just explain the movie. Right? Okay, here's where we are.
All right, here's the final video.
It's my favorite movie moment. It was right before Doc shows Marty the paper. It's just so funny. I think they did such a great job.
Don't talk to anyone. Don't touch anything. Don't think of anything. Don't interact with anyone. And try not to look at anything. I don't get it. I thought you said this had something to do with my kids. Look what happens to your son.
Very creative.
And sometimes they're a cry for help.
Do you guys want to talk about that scene with the paper? I guess that's their question. I'm with you on this one.
You want to talk about the scene with the paper where, I didn't watch the movies.
No, that was me. That was me right here. I will take responsibility on that one.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I think we covered it. Yeah. We covered it perfect. Yeah, we got it.
He's going to come after me tomorrow.
That was super cute. Yeah, we got it. All right. Well, we do have some more fan-submitted questions. This one is for you, Tom. This is from David from Orlando, Florida. Woohoo, Orlando. They want to know about your song, Stop Asking Me the Question. And getting to sing it in front of some of your fellow cast members.
I have sung in front of my fellow cast members. I won't sing it tonight because I come to my table, bring some, I don't know, those peanut butter M&Ms or something. I don't do it for free. I'm working as a stand-up comedian all around this great land of ours. Anyway, I would spend all night, till 3:30 in the morning, standing in the parking lot of a nightclub or a theater, answering questions to people that just wanted to talk about Back to the Future after my show. And I just thought it was just fixing a problem. Like, I've got to go home to the hotel and sleep. I need something. So I wrote a song just to answer all the questions, well, both things, answer the questions and to communicate in a funny way that, yeah, I've heard that before. So it was very early. It was one of the first viral videos on YouTube. I didn't know how the video, I didn't know how YouTube works. You gotta put that on that YouTube. So I put it on YouTube. You gotta make it for sharing, okay. And so that week I put it out there. And I remember hearing on the radio that, Bob Dylan, his new album is out, his video, it's got over 25,000 looks on YouTube. And I thought, my video already did 250,000 views. So I didn't even know, it just went, so it went viral, when none of us knew what viral meant. But it became a big thing, which was very, very great. I felt good. Because Good Morning America or something, it was the Oscars a number of years ago. But they asked me, will you come on the show and play that question song, just as a sort of response within our fascination with movie business of what can happen and that kind of identification. So I went on and I sang the song sort of as a response. But everyone, not everyone, a lot of people, oh see, he hates the movies. It wasn't that at all. It was like, guys, I'm telling a joke. I do it in nightclubs for people drinking grown-up drinks and eating chicken fingers and having fun. No, I love movies. I love being part of the movies. Early on, I mean, I've done TV shows and everything, but you get in a movie like this, and the feeling of what the baseball player, the kid who finally says, like, he's in Fenway Park and he's wearing a really nice uniform. Just go, wow, this is the big leagues, and yes, it's the cameras and it's big studios and everything, but really, for me, it's an actor working with these actors that are such a high level. You're just thinking, wow, man, this is cool. That's what's cool about it.
All right, this next question is from Kira from Melbourne, Florida. And they want to know, if you could have any other car be a version of the DeLorean, what car would you choose?
Jeep.
It'd be funny with all this packed in where we were, I'd have a mini. Roomy for me. And nothing else.
2008, I've driven a 2008 Honda Element, and still do. Look, I love the car, but unfortunately, it won't go 88 miles an hour. That's with the present.
My first car was a Gremlin. Remember those?
Yeah.
Gremlin. Yeah, a Gremlin time machine would be pretty awesome. There's none of them that exist anymore because they were so bad, they've all rusted to dust.
Matadors. All the names. Pacers would be good. The DeLorean,
Right back.
she always said to me, how cool is it to drive? The DeLorean was a pain in the ass. First of all, we had 9,000. I think he says, and I credit all the people who collect DeLoreans, and then a lot of them use them to raise money for charity, for our foundation and stuff. I really appreciate that. But anyone says that they have the DeLorean, doesn't have the DeLorean, because there's a million DeLoreans. And we had chopped in half, we had chopped this way and chopped that way. We had ones that you could shoot from underneath and ones you could shoot from over top. And a lot of them were really inside, were not fully tricked out. So I had cuts all over my legs and my hands, because these tricked out DeLorean things for special shots were put together, not for the comfort of actors. So I come out bleeding and stuff. And Bob, I cut my hand and asked him, it's right. They for the record, they didn't care about my well-being. Because I was already doing 2 jobs at once, so I was so freaked out of my mind, I didn't know what I was doing in there. Right? And so you're all right, just step in front of the train. You're fine. It worked out, but it was, the DeLorean was not a comfortable trip.
I was thinking about this. Do you remember when we had to do the kiss when I realized that you're my son? And they were like trying to put the camera in there and they couldn't get the camera in there and they were freaking out because it was this old car and they were like, we're gonna have to cut up this car. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I made it as difficult for them as possible to get the shot. No excuse. I like that scene. I know the problem. It's not my mother.
next question is from Braden Murray from St. Cloud, Florida. And they want to know, what scene do each of you remember taking the longest or being the most difficult to film?
Well, I've given it some thought. And there was a scene in Future 3 in the kind of where Doc had doing his stuff. And, Yeah. Well, there was, in this scene, there was a ladder, huge mechanical device, a machine, and it made ice. And the ice, steam all moving parts, and then a cube of ice would drop out. And I had arrived immediately after it dropped, as I recall. Also during the scene, the steam engine, the train was coming into the railroad station, which could be viewed from that space, as I recall. The camera angled down there, and Clara arrived, or Clara was getting over, or whatever. And the arrival of the train, and by saying the ice dropped out, me saying that line was all kind of coordinated. And I had a simple line when the ice came out, and I don't remember what it was. It was nothing complicated. And on one of the takes, I couldn't remember the line. So the steam engine had to come back to the station. The ice machine had to be started up again, and they had to go through the entire routine all over because of a damn cube of ice. I don't know why I told that story. I had a real pulse, kind of like a confession.
I think that's the hardest thing, though. The hardest thing in the world, I think, is those scenes where a lot is going on and the camera's moving everywhere, and then it comes on you and you have to say that thing. And so there's too much time to think about it. Don't blow it, Tom. Get it right. Then you can forget it. It's very easy to do.
I think mine was in Back to the Future 2 when it started in the bedroom with you, and I had to come out, go down the stairs in that giant set at Universal, and like the camera was following, and Zemeckis would try to invent business to slow down the camera, and I was supposed to be drunk, and I was teetering in high heels, and that took forever, and that was so hard.
The entry into the Hill Valley Festival in the Old West was one of those shots, coming off of my horse, into the town, through dancers and everything. All kinds of things are happening, and horses are running and everything, and then the gentleman, it's happened to me, and Bert, I think, and he had that, gentlemen, the Smith & Wesson, whatever, 45 million, and it came right on him. And we had to do that shot a number of times because it's coming up and you just go like, ladies and gentlemen, okay, back it up, horses back up, everybody backs up, Reed does it, but that's the nature of those shots, that only Robert Zemeckis, Scorsese, they planned that shot. The beginning of Goodfellas, the shot through the restaurant in Goodfellas or whatever. Those guys love those shots.
But the thing is now it's so different than it was then. Now, because I'm a director, they can fix so much. It's crazy. They can put two takes together. At that time, we all had to be perfect. But now it's so different, and so I'm just giving us credit.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was a lot. I mean, because I'll see stuff. I'll be like, don't worry about the marks on the floor. Don't worry about that. Oh no, we'll much easier.
I think I remember she was wanting to impress Bob so badly.
Yeah.
But Bob was such a genius, and you wanted to prove yourself worthy of being there and working with him. So, like, there was a scene that I always remember in Back to the Future 3 with in front of the courthouse when I was being hung. And we were doing this thing, and we did the thing, and I'm being hung, and I'm playing my legs, and Bob said, down, and it doesn't look right. And I said, Bob, watch this. Do it again. Watch this. You're about to see some action. That's the best action I've ever seen. I would nail this. And so we did it, and what happened, my hand slipped, and the rope went around my neck, and I was asphyxiated, and I passed out. And I was my legs flipping around, and I was out. And then we came back, and I came to, and he said, that was great. I was out. I didn't go to the hospital. It was a major thing, but that's how badly we wanted to impress Bob, because he could invent this stuff. We wanted to prove that we were worthy of his gift. We do justice to what he invented, and he always was like I can't express it. These guys will know it. Always like. Like, we'd be up all night, and they'd say, well, he's going to quit because he's not going to get the shot. I'd say, well, he's going to get the shot. We're going to be here all night to get the shot. And then we'd be like, all right, we'll do this. And it would work. And it was amazing to work with him. And he went on to make Roger Rabbit. And like I said, like Layne Pipe and Funny and Gifted Actor, he knew what he had Chris, and he went, we're going back to the well. Because he said he had to work with Chris again, because Chris could make his vision come to life. And he was so amazing, Roger Rabbit, so great.
Something that excuse me, that amazes me and happened today. Somebody came up to have his thing signed and said, Back to the Future, made by youth. I grew up on Back to the Future. And that this is people from all over the world, where they say, Back to the Future made by youth, where they didn't have much else, and that gave them hope. And so many have said, I became a scientist or a surgeon, like today, or some other extraordinary profession, because they saw Back to the Future. But it's just that thing of saying there was nothing, but there was Back to the Future when I grew up.
And so many have told me, I was a scientist, but I decided to be a tough guy for the mafia. Inspiration.
No, what you're saying, though, it is, and what Michael said is, and I think we all feel this way, we're overjoyed and so thankful and grateful to you fans, because this was not something we saw coming. We didn't see that 40 years later we'd be sitting here talking to a group of people, half of whom weren't even born when we made that movie. And right, more, yeah, whatever, sorry. I gave a fun. But it is a great gift, and I just really personally want to thank you guys, and want to thank these guys for being so amazing for all these years, and being such great scene partners. And
it's the best part of any art, isn't it? I mean, to actually do your best, and then to really touch people in a more profound way than you'd ever planned. It's an amazing thing. And we have so many, all of us have so many interactions. And it's funny in a way, because those inexpressible things about your family, about watching it when you were sick from school, about Dad bringing it home for the new VCR, about all of those things, they're expressible, but they're kind of inexpressible, you know? And people come up so much, and sometimes tears in their eyes, sometimes trembling, and I'm, saying, I'm trying to communicate what it's meant to me, you know? But it's that magic. It's movie magic, literally. Because, I said, thank you very much. I understand what you mean. And everybody was like, I don't think you do. It's really something, and it's something for us too. And it's very moving and wonderful to be able to affect so many people's lives around the world. Around the world. It's an amazing thing, for just a movie about a guy who goes in a time machine car and meets his mom and dad. I'm in a way, always with Back to the Future, I'm always amazed. It's a relatively simple story. I'm amazed that somebody didn't write that before, before 1984 or whatever. Yeah, you go in a time machine, meet your parents, see what happens. But it really, 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 as you know, struck a nerve. And to have people come up to it, do you know there's a guy who's playing you on Broadway? It's an amazing thing. Just this movie that we made, and now it's a show with Nathaniel. Nathaniel, the guy playing Biff. I don't care about the other characters. Who cares? No, I can't get Back to the Future. Whatever. I'm talking about the guy playing Biff. Bravo, Nathaniel.
My favorite scene, for me personally, was To Do, was the Johnny Begin scene. It meant a lot to me because I was playing bands, and music was always a big part of my life. And now, not to be immodest or not to brag, but just a cool thing. Imagine how cool is this for a guy who loved music, played music and played band. I was like, when John Mayer or Chris Martin comes out to you and says, I play guitar because of Back to the Future. John Mayer said, oh, I think I'll play the guitar. And now he's like one of the star players in the world. And he does my little faking. But it's cool. It's so many gifts that come from doing this for a living. And that was one of them.
Now I've enjoyed so much, getting in fistfights behind a dumpster in Las Vegas. It's on.
Okay, so to wrap up the panel, we have a quick game we're going to play, and we're going to see if you guys are all on the same page or if you guys have different answers. So this is, how well do you guys know each other? Who is always the latest to set? Who showed up last to set?
Well, I never left the set.
Yes, you did. You were filming every time.
So I was the latest to the set and the first and the last to leave. But I think it'd be a fair answer.
Yeah, well, because
I would show up for work at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, because you
Do my
didn't
stuff
come
and then go back to work. And family times. I never knew where I was. I sort of found that I'd be going around to do a scene and I'd go, where's my camera? Where's my camera? And I realized that was Marty who had the camera. Alex didn't have the camera. Alex had the briefcase. So it was a weird time.
Who is most likely to get stranded on a deserted island?
And they wouldn't notice.
This must be a deserted island. Chris, we're on Manhattan.
Where's the craft service tip?
Who's the biggest prankster?
Oh,
Tom, yeah. That makes sense.
A little bit. I just try to have fun with things.
All right. How about who's the best dresser?
Michael.
I haven't been anything, so I nominate myself. I had to wear that maroon pink dress forever.
I almost wore that.
Oh, I've had sparkly cool eyes.
Show it off. All right, the last one. Who's the best singer?
Singer? Her and him.
They see he waltzed with the strawberry blonde and the band played on.
Keep picking me.
She's great.
He's picking me.
We all sing.
Yeah.
Lee's a wonderful singer.
I don't sing. That was me seeing the movie at all.
I've been on Broadway.
Yeah, she's been on. No, I thought I was probably going to be a professional musician and singer, and then just kept getting in shows and things. And you know, showbiz happens. You can't control every step of it. You're just trying. Well, they have a show. Okay, I'll do that. And then you end up in a movie. Just go. Okay, we'll act in a movie then. But I'm going back to the harmonica.
Well, we're so thrilled that you guys were in this movie and all of the movies. This has been such a joy having you guys here. Thank you guys so much. Can we get one more big round of applause, guys? For Back to the Future! Tom Wilson, Christopher Lloyd, Lea Thompson, and Michael J.
So we just got out of the Back to the Future panel. Michael J. Fox is hilarious, still sharp as ever. Christopher Lloyd hilarious. Lea Thompson, Thomas F. Wilson. So much nostalgia in there. Watching him talk about filming Back to the Future, one of my favorite trilogies of all time. It was just super cool to see them and just listen to them talk. And it just feels so honored to be able to see them. And we were really close. We were in row 3. It was just awesome. Hope you all enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching.